Want proof you're living in the upside-down world? Scientists just successfully vaccinated human beings with, get this, mosquitoes. Genetically modified mosquitoes. Let's get into it. So as we speak, the medical community is celebrating these scientists from the University of Washington because they successfully vaccinated human beings with a box of mosquitoes. I mean, quite literally, they can put the vaccine into the mosquitoes and just unleash them on the public. Now, this is not good news if you have any common sense whatsoever. So this story was on the mainstream media for maybe all of 10 seconds, and smaller media outfits asked these researchers, listen, could you use this to force vaccinate people? To which they said, no comment.
Advancement. Humans continue to experiment with nature. Genetically modified mosquitoes will be released in open air for the next 12 weeks.
Billions of these genetically engineered Aedes aegypti mosquito. This will be the biggest release of genetically engineered insects in the world.
Engineered organisms are not something that we can control.
You know, there's concerns around GMOs in general. This particular example, people are worried about, what happens if the mosquito bites me. And while the company has talked openly about what it is they want to do, people are concerned about sort of the risks around releasing these types of mosquitoes, and they generally feel like they're being used as guinea pigs.
Currently, about 1 billion genetically modified mosquitoes have been released into several countries around the world.
When it comes to killing humans, no other animal is nearly as deadly as the mosquito.
Pertinent question: who or what is behind this idea? Oxitec, a UK-based biotechnology company, who is responsible for the release.
Months after a Bill Gates tech startup released millions of genetically modified mosquitoes into the wild, mosquitoes across the US are testing positive to extremely rare and deadly viruses, some of which have never been seen before or reported in the United States.
The growing health warning about a deadly mosquito virus, Eastern equine encephalitis, blamed for the death of a woman in Massachusetts, and a 14-year-old girl now with a suspected case on a ventilator in Michigan. At least 3 states reporting possible human infections. Here's ABC's Kaylee Hart.
Tonight, a new warning about a rare mosquito-borne illness that's turned deadly. The virus, Eastern equine encephalitis, or Triple E, now threatening at least 6 states.
Patients can go from being perfectly normal to paralyzed or even dead within 12 to 48 hours.
The first death this season in Massachusetts. 50-year-old Lori Sylvia passing away Sunday. With 4 cases detected there, officials now spraying for mosquitoes where 30 communities are at critical risk. In Michigan, 3 more cases, including 14-year-old Savannah DeHart, who's now on a ventilator and feeding tube.
Her brain is trying to heal itself, and she can't do anything until that happens.
Health officials are also monitoring Connecticut, Delaware, and Florida tonight, where the virus has been found in mosquitoes and animals. Nearly 30% of people with encephalitis from Triple E will die, while many others are left with permanent neurological damage.
It can be very devastating on quality of life.
The vast majority of cases produce no symptoms, some only mild flu-like symptoms, but there is no vaccine or cure for the virus.
For the first time ever, a mosquito batch collected in New Hampshire tested positive for the Jamestown Canyon virus. It was collected in the town of Bow. New Hampshire people have previously been diagnosed with JCV, but this is the first time it's ever been detected in mosquitoes in the state.
Now, health officials in Sarasota County today are warning about dozens of mosquitoes that have now tested positive for the West Nile virus. The health department today is saying that they have been trapping it.
It's one of the fastest spreading illnesses right now, with wheezing babies and children filling pediatric hospitals across the U.S. But Pfizer is preparing to present new data offering promising protection to the FDA.